Hello, welcome. If you're new here, I'm Ilsa. I'm a mama of 6, currently homeschooling my 3 younger children, 13, 4, and 2. And we have just completed our first year of homeschooling this past June. It has been an amazing learning experience, and just in a few weeks, we'll be starting right back up again. So I'm excited. We've been sharing our journey over on Instagram and here on YouTube just to help any new homeschoolers because I know getting started can feel overwhelming. So I thought I'd share my journey in hopes to just encourage you and help you along the way. I have been receiving questions and comments of why we have decided to homeschool, why we believe homeschooling is better than public school, and some of the comments have been a little negative. So I thought I would just get on here and share why we've decided to do it and why we believe it's what's best for our children. And this may ruffle some feathers, but I just want to be completely honest. So my husband and I have decided that the main goal of us homeschooling is that we want to allow our children to be children. We want them to have a pure and innocent childhood. We want them to explore and be free of everything around them in the world. And in our home, we can control their environment. We control their environment in our home. We control what our kids learn, what they listen to, what they hear. And to some people, that may be as if your child is in a bubble and that you're sheltering your child. And for many years, I thought maybe that would be a bad thing. But in today's world, I believe that sheltering your child is the best thing. I believe that keeping your children away from things that they don't need to be hearing at an innocent young age is the best decision. And we have decided that we want to raise, most importantly, godly children in an ungodly, broken world. And I know to some that may not be what comes first, but for us, we want our children to understand that God comes first. We want our children to know God's word, and in the public school setting, it is not what is taught, it is not what it is introduced, and that is fine if that works for everybody else. Again, I am speaking for my family and for my children, and we have decided that homeschooling has worked. And the reason why I feel that I can truly share and have an opinion on homeschooling and public school is because I have raised children through public school. I am public school raised, and I know that there have been benefits in public school, but I believe that the system is now currently falling apart. There are many educators leaving the school system because it is not working for them. It is not working for the teachers. It is not working for the students. There are things that still work. There are things that still help children. There are resources. For us and our sons, we have decided that this is what's working. And, you know, the more that I dive deep into what's going on in the public school system, I want to keep my children far away from it. I believe that teachers are to teach academics, not to teach your children who to be or what to become or what they should accept or learn. I do not have an educational background, a teaching background, but I do have 21 years of experience of motherhood. I am my child's first teacher. I have taught my children all their first steps. I know that I am capable of teaching my children what they need to know to survive in this world. I know that I am putting my children on the right path for where I want them to be. And I don't believe that just because we're choosing to homeschool that you're doing something wrong by not homeschooling. This is not any type of judgment. I am not attacking anyone. I'm only sharing why we've decided to homeschool our children and why we believe that it is best for our family. One of my favorite Bible verses that I read often is Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. So for us, it is very important that we raise up our children, have their faith first and foremost, and that they're good people, and that we set that foundation. So, like I said, I know that this video, my comments might ruffle some feathers. I know that the people that have asked why we've decided to homeschool don't believe in homeschooling methods, and if you'd like more information on why there's so many benefits to homeschooling, I would love to make a whole video on that. And you know, like I said, as a mother who has raised older children, currently has 2 children in college and a third one on her way to college after her graduating senior year, I know that there are a lot of children in this world that are suffering, struggling in the public setting, struggling because of social media and social setting. So if I can keep my children safe, I am the keeper of my home. I am my children's protector. I am the person who's supposed to keep them safe. And if I could go back, I would homeschool all of my children. I would do homeschooling from the start. We have had a good experience. Like I said, it has been a learning experience. And to pull a child out after being in school from pre-K all the way through 7th grade and see an improvement and see growth and see a light shine that was dull, from being in a setting where there's so much pressure, so much bullying, so much attack, so much teaching of the things that don't need to be taught to children. My biggest thing is allow children to be children. Let them be free. Let them be free of worry and concern and comparison and peer pressure and all the things that as adults we have to face, all the stresses that we have later on. And I have a true passion for homeschooling, and I just want to add that if you would have asked me if I would have homeschooled 5 years ago, I would have said no way. But I've educated myself, I've done my homework, I've done the reading, I've done the deep research, and I am so blessed that I'm in a current situation where I'm able to homeschool my children. There are hard days. Some people may see it as a privilege to stay home and sleep in and be home with your kids all day. And I'll tell you something, it is very hard. It is extremely hard. I have worked outside the home pretty much my entire life, and this is one of my hardest tasks, but I will say that it is a selfless act, and as my children's keeper, I am so grateful that I get to do this. I'm so grateful that I have this privilege, but it is a selfless act. And to those who wanted to know my why for homeschooling, is because I want to keep my children safe. And unfortunately, I don't believe that the public school setting is safe. There are a lot of things that happened, and there's a lot of things that don't need to be taught to innocent minds. And there are going to be many people that may not like what I'm saying, and that is your opinion, and that is where you stand. And again, how you choose to raise your children and what you choose to teach your children, it is completely up to you, and this is up to me. And my choice is to keep my child's innocence safe for as long as possible, to keep my children learning through play, to have my children visually learning and understanding that their life is precious and that they have a creator who made no mistakes. And I am so grateful that you have stayed around and watched this. And if you have any questions or would like to add any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you for watching my videos, and I would love that if you like this video to subscribe and stay along to watch